17, you can just chase down the code at the bottom of your screen. Type that in right now and get your chance to get some of those cool skins. Remember, they're only available until the 17th, so you can get them in-game if you don't win them for free. I'll tell you who's not going to win something for free here. 17, they do need to get into the late game. If they have a bad match, and we did see it once today, where they went out in that first 15 spots, Ascend can do it, and Donovan maybe, right?
But a huge game.
Huge game.
All win and like double-digit kills, they could do it. But still.
So you're saying there's a chance?
17 gaming, they have been looking fantastic. And if everything comes to what we've seen so far in the grand final, they're going to get another, 10, maybe like 3, 4, 5 points guaranteed, but 10 if they get the kills going as well. They played extremely well. Their third-party opportunities have been on point. Their rotations have been on point, and how they've been able to manage to get into the late games again and again have just been on point every single time.
It's easy to give them a hard time about how slow they played these last games. It's because they played the rest of this grand final so well. Can they do it? Can they continue the run to the championship? It is time for our final game of PGS1 with your casters, Toby and Paperthin.
It's the twilight of PGS1. The clock is about to strike midnight. The carriage has arrived. And 17 Gaming is looking to see if that glass slipper fits, if they can finally be that Cinderella team, if they can finally take a global tournament, if they can finally take a tournament. Even in China, they've never even won the PCL. Toby, so much at stake here in this last game.
And it couldn't be written up any better. 17 Gaming, 17 points ahead of second place right now. It's Ascent on the hunt. It's Danova, it's Tianba on the hunt. They need good games, but most importantly, they need to take out 17 Gaming before they start racking up points.
Keep our eyes keenly aware of Pachinki, the center of the map. Will draw our attention. The bullseye of Erangel. We'll see if anybody's going to throw any darts out early. From what I can see so far, everybody is holding it close to the vest.
Let's let them loot. False sense of comfort, and that's when we get them.
That's the best way to do it. I think rotation traps are actually the best way to hot drop, quote unquote.
It is at least the more unpredictable ones in terms of if you just fly down next to an opponent, it's pretty obvious for them to go, well, we're going to be fighting. So we'll see. We'll see how things are going to pan out here as we jump into the final match of PGS1 again. Our eyes are here. Our eyes are on 17 Gaming. Will they get the first circle? Last game we tried to get it as far away from them as we could. They still got third place. Let's see where this one is going to take us.
It's going to be hard based on that plane path to get one away from them initially, unless it's like a full milli circle or something like that. Circle will come out very shortly here, and it is going to be West, and that Cerberus cheering behind us. They love these circles, of course, but I want to go on a talk here about 17 Gaming, and I've been with this team for quite a long time. There's a lot of history for them in PUBG esports, so I think a lot of people became aware of 17 Gaming as a team because of the Face It Global Summit and because of them being on the receiving end of the Captain Grenade. Yes. A kind of an inauspicious start to their PUBG Global career. Since then, they've been a strong team. They've been a really good team. But again, PCLs, PCSs, every kind of Tier A or Tier S tournament they've been to, every global tournament, second or third has been their best finishes. They've never been able to find that win. Show retires, the superstar for that team, the leader, the spiritual leader of that team now. And here today at PGS1, they may very well find themselves claiming a title.
And what better way to do it than doing it in the grand finals where the two candidates, the two that we thought would be the victors, Petrichor alongside New Happy, aren't even here to do anything to try and prevent it from happening, because they are two of those teams that have time and time and time again been that stone in the shoe for 17, the ones to take the wins away from them in the very last moment.
Yeah, I mean, you think about, they've been in the shadow of those teams, 4AM and others as well, and even 4AM here taking some shots, Xiaolu just saying, we see you, we see what you're doing, we know. And I mean, to think about the way this tournament went, even for 17 Gaming. I mean, just crazy, not good to start. Crazy bad. I'm just going to call it what it was. It was bad.
It was a yet another case of if you keep hot dropping, either you come out really victorious or everything goes against you. And they got the worst out of that coin flip, no doubt about it. But again, that is in the past. They've bounced up, or they've turned things around, I should say, and they've gotten things going for them. And now, not only do they have a 17-point lead, but they're also sat should they stick around here, dead center, phase 1.
An epic journey to be certain. And already moving in towards the middle of the circle. Cerberus still kind of in looting phase, so kind of got to be careful with these positionings. You never know where Cerberus is going to pop up. They are a tricky team to kind of understand what they're going to do game to game.
Now, as we saw 17 jump into their 2-2 split, as much as it's dead center and it's good for them, as we see Vox just doing third eye things, this is pretty interesting because while it's dead center, it's also one of those spots where you know there's not going to be a full team in either of these 2 spots early on. So this is one of those spots that even if shots are fired towards you, teams still tend to commit to a push on because they know even if we pull up fast enough, we will have a 4v2 at least for the first 10 seconds until the cavalry arrives. So look for any of these teams coming in from the east, especially looking at Howl right now to be one of those teams potentially to full on collapse on the compound, potentially taking out 2 from 17 early on.
I like what you're saying. I'm going to keep my eyes on it for sure. Our observers are definitely going to be keen on anything that happens with 17 in this game. Rightly so. We need to know every little moment that occurs in this, every slice of time that we can find. Can break it down to the well, it's called the plank length of time, which is the shortest amount of time theoretically possible. We need to see every bit and piece of it.
This is a perfect camera angle. Just keep it here, where we can see all of them running around. No, I'm kidding. There's, of course, plenty of highlights, plenty of moments to unfold in this match. The first one might be around the corner as Billmuth spots one, spotted the second as well. Doesn't want to take the shot initially. Mime now, though. If only he knew. Now seeing no tree for cover. Love the fact that he waited with that shot, but H-Win instantly there in return.
Wow, Flash got shut down. He was waiting with open arms, but somehow H-Win able to recover and kind of expect the trap play here by Daytrade. Belmoth now gonna let loose with the grenade. It looks pretty darn good, but it just bounces too far. H-Win doesn't even take any damage from it.
That molly should be good. Those should force H-Win off the tree. Good thing for him is that his teammates have already deployed smokes, allowing for him to cross on over. And Sonics right now, while first place might be out of reach, they are in the midst of the big bunch of teams here. There are so many placement points, so many PGS points, so much prize pool money that could potentially go with or against them depending on how this match unfolds.
Now, this match could get bloody because there's going to be a lot of teams hungry for every point they can get to try to climb that leaderboard, to try to get into, again, those top 8 positions. Na'Vi, one of those teams we're looking at to see if they can recover from what has been a lackluster last couple of days. Daytrade now going to mount up in their vehicles, have a little bit of a kiss, and then move on with life. Donawa wrapping around North George. Well, just Soul and Salute, as I call them, the dynamic duo for Donawa. Alia taken down by H-Win.
Yeah, that's a good knock. Mel is in the nearby vicinity, but can't fully commit to that rest just yet. The remaining 2 Na'Vi players, again, in a 2-2 split, they now have to fortify. You have a player that has to go for the rest. He needs protection while that happens. So they're giving up, not that it's prime real estate, but a pretty good compound down towards that southeast. And if the next circle swings down here and somebody takes that away from them, that is a huge loss off of simply one knocked player.
4 AM had to stop up short of going any further. I think crossing paths with Howl a bit. Apocalypse with an M24, and a dangerous gun if he can connect, of course. Can change a round instantly for a team if you get headshotted by it.
While the game quiets down, as I say that, of course, Howl just says, you know what, let me just check out 4AM. Can I join their team? Nah, crazy, don't want any of that. While we're now having a brief moment of quiet, 17's position right now tells me that they're not playing scared. Just because they play Cinder, just because they play quiet, doesn't mean they play scared. They play with so much courage and confidence. They are ahead right now. They know that everyone is gunning for them. They're in a wide 2-1-1 split. They just want to play smart PUBG. And if smart PUBG right now for them is not playing aggressive, just playing placement points, then that is what they're going to do. So do not for a second, do not for a moment think that just because they're passive means that they're playing worried. They're playing incredibly smart PUBG, understanding their spot in the leaderboard, understanding the circle, and the situation that they're in.
Yeah, precisely. I have been very impressed with the way they've been handling themselves today. SDK right into Tianba, a team that maybe has hopes of trying to do something on this 7-7 with the opener on to Vegas. Purdy, Curdy, and Penta trying to wrap around into the house, but 7-7 having absolutely none of it. Alo down as well. 7-7 needs one more piece to complete the puzzle. Pow Pow here out in the open. Penta's up there, and it's going to be STK gone.
In minds instantly take me back to Tempo Storm. Once tried to do a similar play, didn't happen. For the sake of SDK, they stayed alive for longer than Tempo Storm did back then. But kudos to Chiamba for staying alive throughout all of that. Caught by surprise, able to rack up all 4, and most importantly, 0 casualties on the side of Chiamba. They still need a good game. They need all 4 alive.
Absolutely. LG now Swinging in towards Ghibli. Crashes on. Tosi with some damage. Oh boy, that just parks itself up and creates a ramp on the outside. Tosi trying to get out of dodge, trying to stay safe, able to with the help of that fence line. Good awareness there by Tosi of the angles that he was going to be visible from.
Really smart molly lock down as well, denying them the entry initially, able to now fall back towards his teammates too. They did manage to find Heaven up on the hillside, so they know it's a split. Now with Glass getting the rest on through, Luminosity has to be very smart about this one, because if the next circle goes anywhere near them, and even with Gen G creeping in here as well, any team visible from behind, that's them out.
Tosi here. Whoops.
Happens.
Happens to the best of us. We've seen it throughout this tournament. Gen G getting involved. There was a knock on to Glass. Heaven as well, knocked by Uba. It's Ghibli falling apart at the seams. Everybody is looking at them from multiple different angles. There is no safety to be found.
Not at all. And for Na'Vi, getting 3 points here is huge too. Look at the leaderboard. They're currently set down in 10th, but look at how close they are. All the way up to 5th place is just 13 points. Could be huge if they can get some more 3 points over this. While the first one didn't exactly get to them. Only the knock was found. No flush confirmed just yet. 3 points here could be game winning.
You may be asking yourself, why is everybody at this compound on the southeastern edge? Well, people want points. As soon as these fights kick off, everybody starts turning their attention towards them to see if they can find anything. But Gen G realizing there is not much profit to be found, they're going to leave players there. Circle is going to hard shift up to the northeast. Now, 4 a.m. out with Vox. Vox there with some long-range AK sprays is doing some serious damage.
Yep, Lu down to low HP as well. Xiao Hai too down to low HP. Adam actually finding him with the scar from even further away. Huge damage coming through from Third Eye. Really wanting to put a dent in 4 a.m. and Altus now with the SLR taking out Xiao Lu. 4 a.m. look good in this position. They got the shift, but Third Eye once again wreaking havoc on teams that try to make their way up the leaderboard.
Yeah, just crazy stuff here. I can see Howl potentially drifting towards this fight. I think if there had been a knock on the Third Eye, they might have been keen to get involved in this, but so far it's been clean for the NA squad. Nurens and Buchils, survivors from the earlier affairs for Day Trade, going to be driving center circle looking for some kind of compound, some kind of safety. There's not much to be found until you get all the way over towards just south of the ruins.
Yeah, it happened off camera, but 17 Gaming has regrouped as well on that southern side. So look for them to try and stay put in that position for as long as possible. Towards the west we go as Howl in trouble. They found 2 onto Na'Vi, but taking casualty themselves as well. Cerberus instantly saw the rotation coming through. Howl falls 15th place. That is them out 11th for now. We'll see if they drop further down the leaderboard as this game unfolds.
It's a big loss for Tiamba there, losing Linshu. Mel with a good grenade finds the knock onto Flood. Another out from Uba. Is that going to get anything else? No, doesn't go far enough. LG mostly able to avert disaster here so far. Grenades up into the upper stories. A little bit of damage to Snakers and Relo. But so far, LG should be A-okay. That grenade not going to connect either.
Avi just needs as many points as they can here. No reason to stick around, no reason to try and hide it out. Mika able to find Dano, and honestly with all these fights going on right now, 17 are laughing. They're enjoying everything they're seeing. Let these top teams, let the ones on the hunt take out one another. That is the playstyle they've been executing all day long. We don't have to fight. Let's just let these other ones wound one another. As long as we outlast them, as long as we outlive them, we will come out victorious. This fight for 17 Gaming fans, they are in joy.
Soul, a huge moment here for Danawa. No escape route that I can see right now. He might just have to fight this out. Certainly he knows that there are other Ascend players coming. Gonna throw a smoke, try to buy a little bit of time. Gonna switch over to that Saiga and the Scar. He knows that there's no other hope here except to win an up-close and personal battle until the rest of his team can get in a position to give him some cover.
I'm looking at Ascent and seeing, is there a way for them to back out of this? Is there a way for them to wrap down towards that southern side and get out of this? Issue is Mika is too deep in. He's on the other side. You can see east side of Gatka here. Doesn't have his vehicle anywhere near. He is in trouble, and I think that's the issue for Ascent. They simply cannot leave him. Knowing how many points they need in this match, they cannot leave their fourth behind. They need to try and defend. They need to try and get him. But if he falls fast, expect to see Ascent try and get out of this position.
See if Danawa is going to be mentally aware of the way that Ascend likes to position themselves, the way they like to play. It's spread out, it's ratty, no doubt about it. But that has been so successful for them. What a grenade from Mel. Finds a ton of damage onto LG. Footsteps are one. Oh, so good from Mel. Right on point. Takes down down Stakers and Flood. Kickstart on the roof can do nothing but watch.
We can't do the math, but Mel got all the geometry down in order to get that one through. Second ones will fall as well as Luminosity continue to take casualties. Ascent alongside Danawa. This fight has been brewing for a while now. Mika will fall. Loki able to fight one, so damage already done on both the two teams chasing.
Now it's all into Soul. Ascend here trying to stun him up, trying to flush him out. Molly's in hand as they continue to push angles. Soul backed into a corner. Gonna use a stun of his own to buy a little bit of time, but Brex crossed. Soul here has to back up. He gets a little bit of damage. He's gonna push through the Molly. Is on fire, dodges the grenade. Some fancy footwork here trying to find the knock, but he can't find it. There's one, there's two. Soul, he needs one more, but it's a grenade from Brex. It takes down his teammate, but they do find the kill.
And the collapse is coming there instantly here. Soul bought as much time as he could, and that is going to be a send in trouble. Brex, though, somehow still alive. 7 HP to work with. Salute now wrapping around the corner. That's going to be denied, and that is going to be a send down and out in the final match of PGS1.
17 Gaming can only watch the kill feed and smile now. The teams that were threatening them the most are beating each other up. Still Tianba with 3 alive. Still potentially a role to play in this perhaps, but it is looking all but over. Kickstart now. Taking a grenade to the face from Uba. Uba gonna launch another one there, but he is dealt with by Kick, and LG hangs on.
Luminosity looked perfect in group stage. Na'Vi did so in winners. Now both of them crumbling here in the final stage. Tianba able to find one more. That's Danawa out. We have one team on the hunt, currently sat 19 points behind our current first place team of 17 Gaming.
Yeah, there's almost no way. It is a
9 kills and a win.
It could happen.
9 more kills make that and a win.
Yes, they need a lot more
14,
kills.
14 kill win, 3 players alive. Come on, Tianba. Make it exciting.
Hey, Tianba, if there's any team right now in this lobby who can get it done, it's them. They're playing out of their minds today.
They sure are. On the very western edge of this circle, this next shift could be tournament deciding. 17, again, has been lucky with some of the circles going their way off of the positions they've been opting to commit to early on. So far, they're all in on that southern side. But let's see if maybe, for the sake of Tianba and all their fans, this next one can shift towards them. And maybe Luminosity, hearing shots in the compound. Are they committing to it? No, I think they're swinging around.
Yeah, they're going to fan out and try to avoid this altogether. But Relo took the worst angle here, and he may be punished for it. Skirting around the side of 17, and yeah, the Xiao Bei is going to find another point, and that just makes things all the more difficult.
Need another one. 10 kills from here on out, 14 kills, now make it 15 kill win for Tianba needed in order to best 17. It's looking impossible, but if there's a stage for it, if there's a time for a comeback history to be real, they started the day in 10th place. If Tianba pulls this off, that would be a comeback of a lifetime.
No doubt about it. Sonics into Cerberus territory, 2 knocks, and well, the Sonics are gone. Snap your fingers, and Sonics will find themselves out in 11th place. Circle's gonna shift down to the southeast here.
Oh, 17 is still in. Yep. They are still inside the circle, you guys. You had your chances to take them down early in the previous games. You didn't, and now they get to live to write home about it.
Sonics will currently sit in 5th after being removed, so who knows? Maybe Ghibli with 2 players can find some success, can climb themselves. Cerberus, Twisted Minds as well.
I mean, for Sonics as well, for Cerberus to get those kills, if there's a team you want to take out and get those points for, and on the flip side of that coin, for Sonics, if there's a team you do not want to give those points to right now, Cerberus 4 alive at just 6 points down. Huge for them to rack up so many points here. Now, that's 1 from 17 down. Tianba, when do you make the aggressive play? You need so many kills in order to win it, and you need to take out 17 in order to make that happen.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a long-range shot.
Yep.
That is, oh my god, that's like 600, 700 meter knock.
And off of the knock, even though they're both inside, they just instantly fortify. They know, great, now they know where we are. Now we have to play it smart. Now we have to play it together. Again, do not mistake 17's patience for weakness.
Absolutely not. Ghibli here, nothing to play but this kind of protection of foliage from the trees in this hillside. And that's about all they got. I'm really keen to see if Tianba is going to make a move towards 17. Shots from Imas. Taming very, very weak here is Genji trying to get into somewhere, to some kind of safety, maybe the edge of the field, but not much left in this circle to work with.
No, and if there's one team we don't want to give the points to right now, that's Little Ghost finding the double spray with the barrel in hand from the other side. 1 point confirmed. One stolen away from Kickstart, but Gen G falls in 10th.
Instead, Tiamba's going to try to fight Cerberus here. We've already seen Cerberus stalwart on their defense. Hisaki with the hip fire, taking down 7-7, but Longskirt, good for the knock on to him. Himas trying to come to life. Tycon got the knock on the Longskirt. Pow Pow, last one alive for Tiamba. The last hope for anybody or anything to stop 17 from winning this event.
Trying to now make his way on over. That nade will be close. Not going to be enough, though. And I think with Pow Pow being a sole player left alive, it's probably going to be written as is that it's going to be practically impossible for anyone at this point to catch up to 17. But with that said, still so many PGS points to play for. Still prize pool to play for. So much on the line for these teams, regardless of whether or not they can make first or not.
Yeah, still a lot of teams in the top half of the leaderboard alive, clawing for every point they can. If those are grenades, they're going to be pretty darn good. Cerberus maybe out here. Pow Pow with a great grenade, finds 2. Still Himas on the flank, but Pow Pow continues his reign of destruction.
Can't peek over just yet, and knowing that he has Cerberus nearby on the leaderboard, he needs to rack up as many points as he possibly can now. Circle shifting away. He needs to get that heal off. Does he do it in time? No, not going to happen. Tiamba down and out.
Well, we know how this will end, but let's find out the road that we take to get there. It's Third Eye sitting by Puchil's and Nurin's outside of the next circle as it shifted back towards the field, downhill direction. But a great day from Tiamba. Hats off to them.
Definitely. What a climb.
Played amazing today.
What a climb. 2 points out of second. Started the day in 10th.
Unbelievable.
Huge.
Oldless running out of bullets. Gonna have to reload. Vox with a bolt. Still some work to do here to get into the next circle, as Puchil's is just kind of plopping himself down, waiting to see if there's any movement in his direction. How is Third Eye going to take this? I mean, my assumption was Third Eye was just want to fight.
Yeah.
But instead, Nurin's catches Vox out in the open.
I'm not sure if Puchil's even started shooting, so I don't think they're necessarily fully aware of his exact position off of this. Nice double headshot coming through from Nurin's there to claim that one, and potentially leaving him unseen, and indeed he did. Adam falls.
There you go. Puchil's waiting around the corner, just seeing if any more of Third Eye is going to be coming out. He knows there's still one left, and they are just going to be keen to watch that door. Smokes have to come out from Oldless, try to make his way through, but this is hard, to put it nicely.
Yeah, ain't gonna be easy whatsoever, especially with the circle, as you said, shifting away from them. Day Trade trying to clean up as best as they can, trying to rag up some more points. They are set just 1 point behind for him. And again, PGS points on the line here. You want as high of a placement as you can possibly find. Finding him there as Norrens goes down. As Norrens finds Oldest, sorry.
Day Trade now. Still, maybe could get a little bit further ahead. We'll see. As they are in the blue, they're going to have to mount up and roll out. Solalzi and Himas still alive for Cerberus, sitting in 7th. Every point could be a change in that leaderboard. Getting shot from a couple different angles. Twisted Minds with a lot of players alive, and they are up on the hillside. It is going to be Spiro. Who's going to get that knock?
While we have our eyes on 17 as well, just massive kudos to them. 3 second places today. They started the day off with a win. Now they make top placements again. They're a team we know to go aggressive. They're a team we know to not really care too much for the placement points as long as they get the kills. They've just shown all the passive teams how to play passive PUBG. Phenomenal performance in a day where they know there's so much pressure on them to perform well.
And now they can just start fanning out and go for it. Yes. I mean, they could just start going for some highlight reel plays, just get, farm some clips for the old TikTok there. And Twisted Mind's going to be pushing down the hill. Nurin's going to finish off Tosi. Ghibli's run has been ended, but what a performance from them. What a absolutely just pleasant surprise they were here in these grand finals.
A lot of surprises in these championships so far, and Ghibli, definitely one of the bigger ones. Did not see that one coming whatsoever. Now, Sushu Xiaofei, I think they know that this one is going to be theirs for the taking. They're fanning outside of the circle to find some of these last kills.
Yeah, Puchil's trying to find the heads, but cannot. Grenade comes up short, fortunately for him. Smokes have to come down. Little Ghost has a crossfire. That's going to allow Xiaofei to push forward off the backs of these defensive smokes. Grenade is going to be out. Nurin's here, a little bit too far away to take much damage. Only 9 comes through. Looking to see if they can get his teammate revived.
Loving that we're seeing 17 not just care for the championship. They want to win the final game too. They're not done playing until the fat lady sings, and she hasn't sung just yet. One more comes through. That's Day Trade out. 17 again, taking matters into their own hands.
Love to see it. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff here from 17. But now They have their most formidable foe left here in this game. Twisted Minds to their north. They will be looking in this direction. A straight up 4v4 could be very exciting. With Himas out, it is 2 teams remaining. It is EU versus who will certainly be our PGS1 champion.
And if Twisted Minds win this game, there might just be a top 3, top 2 spot available for them. Another big comeback in Grand Finals. They did not start off strong here in the Grand Finals, but they have played really, really well today.
Xiaodidi now making his way to join the rest of 17, or at least create an off angle here. Xiaobei waiting. Batulin's on the edge of the blue, is going to be forced back. And Xiaobei knows it. He knows that Twisted Mind is in a tough spot, especially with this position.
Yeah, exactly. Both Xiao Wu and Perfectix playing kind of the backfill protector roles, trying to get overhill, overview roles, and both Spear and Batulins, they have to back off. It's simply too strong of an angle to a push. So Shoop able to find Batulins, that's 1 down.
All right, that's 1. 3 more to go here. Xiaobei's spray just not quite good enough. Took some damage from Perfectix at the end of it. Suju comes downhill, taken down by Lu. So still hope here for Twisted Minds to come through with the final win.
And again, for Twisted Minds, they know that they need points. They gotta try and go for the flush. Just 1 placement point extra, one kill point extra could be the deciding factor in both prize pool and PGS points.
Lu now under pressure from Xiaodidi. A lot of damage being done. A grenade splashing by Xiaobei, still alive. Still trying to do something, but a great grenade from Spyro has Xiaobei down.
Little Ghost and Wu just with hay bales and a vehicle for cover each. We'll see if they can somehow bring this one home. 2 versus 3. Twisted Minds has the better outlook, but they are not inside the circle just yet, at least not Spyro and Lu.
No reason not to play for it here for Twisted Minds, but it's downhill out in the open of a crossfire between Lil Ghost and Xiaodidi. See if they can get it done. Shots are starting to ring out. Lu is down. 1 player left here for Twisted Minds, or 2 players left, excuse me. Perfectix out in the other side of things. Spiro down. Okay, now it is 1 player left here for Twisted Minds. Perfectix gonna be spotted. Lil Ghost dialing him in. Is almost down and out. The cherry on the top here for 17 could be coming shortly. Perfectix still trying to do what he can to win this out. Xiaodidi not going to have any of it. He's going to try to flank out, try to finish the job. Perfectix still trying to keep himself in this, wants to win this game. Like you said, Toby still has something to play for. Some time being bought. Xiaodidi now taking some shots, but Perfectix with some smoke. Maybe a little time left.
And he's not inside the circle yet either. 1 smoke lopped on forward. We'll have time to get 1 more first aid off, but this run is going to be so damn difficult. They know exactly where they have him.
He's in trouble, to say the least here.
That is putting it lightly.
To say the least. This will be tough. Still some smokes left here. But you can see that Xiaodidi and Lil Ghost, plenty of bullets left. Plenty of angles to find. As the time ticks down here, phase 7 drawing to a close. And now...
What a game of 17 can bring it home in the final one, too.
Oh, I know. I mean, this would just be a wonderful finish if 17 is able to get this done. Gonna confirm the kill there on the outside of things on the Spiro. Perfectix, maybe if he could find 1 knock on one side, he could still get this done. He's gonna get in the vehicle. Bold play here, but has to make some kind of maneuver. The shots are starting to ring through. If they can just find the head, they will have a win. And they will have themselves a championship. The spray comes through. 17 Gaming takes the chicken dinner. And at long last, your PGS1 champions will be 17 Gaming. Unbelievable stuff, Toby. Absolutely unbelievable stuff from this team. Just a phenomenal run to get here after what looked like a team that we had counted out are able to come through into these grand finals and reach their first global title.
And to bring it home in the final game too, again, not leaving anything up for grabs. Placements in the top. They had 1 game outside of top 2 today.
Insane. Absolutely just brilliant performance from them today. Yes, it may have been a safer game, but it was still the right one. They made great moves from start to finish here throughout this event. They played with heart, with tremendous tenacity. Some huge kills, some huge aims, as you would expect as they make their way to the stage.
From being bullied out of Pochinki Picardo in groups, from looking like they were in shambles, they turned things around in the grand finals, and here they are victorious. Such a phenomenal performance from the grand final started off.
And again, the Cinderella story for this team is complete. They finally got their way into the podium, into the winner's circle. they make their way to the PGS trophy. And for the first time, we will crown a PGS champion. And here they are on stage from China. It is 17 Gaming holding up their flags, showing the pride of their team and their country, and well-deserved. An absolutely just a brilliant performance. And here they are once again, your PGS 1 champions, 17 Gaming!
What a night! This is why we all love PUBG. We've seen some of the most incredible PUBG for the past few days, and it was all for this moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our ever first PGS 1 champion, 17 Gaming. Congratulations, guys!
恭喜大家获得了胜利。
Alright, now, how does it feel to be the first ever PGS 1 champions?
请问这一次得到了首届 PGS 的冠军，有什么感想呢？
我觉得这个意义重大吧，因为我们一起等这个冠军等了太久了。这不仅是冠军，也是对我们选手还有管理层、我们战队是一个很好的认可。在接下来的比赛呢，这个冠军只是我们一个起点，接下来的比赛我们也会全力冲刺。我们是有实力的，这个 PGS 1，我们就是最强的。然后我还想说 ，P41的粉丝们、P41的兄弟姐妹们，名额冠军我们都拿回来了，谢谢。
It's a very meaningful championship to us. It's not about the winning itself. It's all about the confidence of ourselves, of our teams. And we really wanted to shout out to our fans, of our PCL fans, for supporting us during this time. Thank you very much.
Alright, okay, I know it's a pretty lame question, but when did you guys realize that you were going to become the champions?
那请问一下，在哪一刻你们是意识到自己是冠军的呢？
就最后一把看到那个 ACE 还有 GBL 在右上角出现的时候，我们就知道我们夺冠了。
Probably will be the last match because we see GBL and ACE they had a fight, so we just realized, oh, we are winning and we gotta get the trophy.
Alright, how confident does the PGS win make you for the future tournaments?
那请问一下，这一次获胜会给你们在未来的赛事中带来更多的信心吗？
这个是肯定会的，因为我们其实近2年的成绩一直都是第2、第3嘛居多，就我们其实非常需要这一个冠军来释放一下，相信这个冠军会让我们以后打得会更有自信，我们会拿更多的冠军。
Yeah, definitely, because we didn't perform very well in the previous tournaments. So we definitely need this trophy so that it gives us more confidence of the next tournaments.
Okay, then let's give a big shout out to the fans that gave you the confidence to become this year's PGS 1 champions.
那最后对一直以来支持你们的粉丝说一句话吧。
谢谢大家对于我们战队、对于我们每个选手这么久以来的支持，然后后面我们也会保持这个状态，给大伙儿更多的惊喜。
We want to say thank you to our fans, to our teams. We wouldn't let you down in the next tournaments, and we will definitely keep this performance in the next tournaments.
All right, congratulations, guys, again. And now we're going to send it back to the desk to find out who is the PGS 1 MVP of the Grand Finals.
Thank you, Bella, and congratulations to 17 Gaming as they come out with not only the championship, Martin, but they do it by winning the last game.
Yeah, super impressive here to be able to close things out. Nice to see here on the total leaderboard, and it also means they have a good cushion coming into second place too. They made sure they were absolutely the finalist best team here. 157 points. What an impressive performance from them.
There's no other way to define it. This is a championship team that has a bright year ahead of them off the back of this performance. They started slow. The Sonics made life difficult for them in the group stages, but they were not phased. They fought back and came to the winner's bracket and never let off the gas. They played slow when they needed to. They played fast when they wanted to. And at the end of that game, they showed us we're not just a defensive team. We know how to get aggressive. And they masterclassed that final circle.
Yeah, honestly, you know, coming into this, you're like, okay, can Tianpa do it? Can Ascend do it? And nope, they made sure they destroyed each other. And of course, 17 game they were able to take on Twisted Minds. Interesting last fight as well. Super impressive from them to be able to close that out. Perfectix tried, but got denied.
Yeah, only 2 points away from Twisted Minds being able to move up into that 4th place spot. They would love to have taken those points off of 17. But 17, if they have showed us anything during this event, is they will not be denied. They know how to put points on the board, and they know how to play. You heard them up there. They thanked their fans, but they said this trophy is important to us not because of the winning, but because of the confidence it gives us as we go to the rest of the year. Confidence players-wise, let's check in with our MVP for this event. It is Donawa's Soul.
That's a good one for you. No, he's
That's
been
a great one
supporting
for
him.
me. It's a great one for him, though.
You've been turned into a soul man because of him. And he's been a huge showing, of course, for this one here. I obviously love what I've been seeing from him. Average kills, 1.9. That's very impressive considering the amount of games that they've played.
Absolutely. You heard me sing it in the green room a bunch of times. I am a soul man. I am a soul believer. And congratulations to him for that MVP. Now let's check back in with Bella one more time to chat with some of our players.